Today, we're going to look at the newly released Cyber Showdown Event and Attrition game mode, which was just added to Halo Infinite this last week, and talk about while this new mode and update bring with it a fun addition, it misses the mark on delivering the patch that players actually wanted. What's good, everyone, and welcome back. I wanted to weigh in on the brand new limited time event that came to Halo Infinite this last Tuesday, the Cyber Showdown. Spanning 2 weeks from January 18th until the 1st of February, can't believe we're talking about that already, the Cyber Showdown event allows players to try the new Attrition mode and earn 10 free, limited time customization rewards. So Attrition is a twist on Slayer that Gears of War fans will be quite familiar with. You have a shared pool of lives with your teammates, which count down and deplete every time you die and respawn. Once your team is out of respawns, the game state shifts to where you can then revive downed teammates, with the UI displaying always how many of the enemy players are up as well as how many of your teammates are up. So you might be in like a 1v2 or a 3v4. The revive mechanic works as you would expect it. You just walk up to an AI hologram above your teammate's downed body, hold the revive button, and in a few seconds your teammate revives with a few invulnerability frames, and they are then back in the fight. There are 10 event challenges to complete while playing this Attrition mode, which coincide with the rewards that you can earn, with the standouts for me being a pretty cool AR coating, a nice visor, a Mohawk hologram cosmetic, and a few others. Overall, I think these rewards are a lot more desirable than that of the Fractured Tenrai, but maybe that's just personal preference. So overall, let's get into the meat of Attrition. This is a pretty dang fun game mode, I won't lie. I genuinely enjoyed the structure of the countdown, the match pacing, and how simple and fast these games tended to be. However, if you get a good squad rolling in there and the revive battles go on, it can be pretty tense and full of climactic moments. It's a nice twist on Slayer, and overall a cool way to break up what is becoming a rather repetitive experience in Halo Infinite multiplayer. But this has to be addressed here. There are such huge problems looming right now in Infinite that it's kind of hard to evaluate this update, and I know it's landing flat for a lot of players. We know, right, mid-February, a bigger patch is coming that addresses a handful of the community's feedback points. But as a player, this is kind of a hard one to swallow, with Halo Infinite multiplayer being out since mid-November. That's a long time, right, between mid-February and mid-November. In a lot of ways, live service games remind me of like a theme park. It's like, hey everybody, surprise! This week and next, we have a brand new ride in the park for all of you to try. And yeah, the ride is cool, for sure, that's fun, yay! But at the same time, it's like the bathrooms at the theme park aren't really working. There's a gigantic hole on the sidewalk that people are falling into. And like the most chill and fun casual ride in the park hasn't worked since mid-December. But you know what? Yay, there's a new ride over there. Like, I know the team is cranking hard on trying to fix the issues at hand, but as a player, we're also allowed to point out that this wasn't really the updated we wanted. It's cool, it's fun, for sure, and I'll enjoy it for a little bit. But it misses the mark on delivering on what the overall fan base really wanted. I mean, how many people are reading Twitter and understand, okay, a fix is coming mid-February for some of the stuff? I would wager most of the player base is going to look at this event and go, oh, sweet, okay, this is cool, but what about the rest of it? So we recognize that they have said when the real patch is coming with the additional fixes. So is it wrong to kind of hold every event and patch between now and then to those expectations? I don't know, probably not. You know what I mean? It's just a game. People play games though because they're fun. When they stop being fun due to issues that fans want to see resolved, then players fall off. I think there's a respective way to say this. You know, it's a cool game mode. Definitely would be fun in a multi-mode filled playlist. But also, like, BTB needs a fix. And the desync issues, they hurt. Oh, the desync. The cheating problem is tough, and the PC stability feels even worse in this update than it did previously. And that one I'm very curious about. If you guys are PC players trying out this new update, would you let me know, is the game running the same? Does it feel a little bit worse? A few of my, group and my friends have been saying it feels a little bit less stable, but I could be wrong. So constructive critique aside for a second here, the store also received a pricing update that lowered costs across the board for the different items, with some announcements of further tweaks to come in time. Now I'll level with you guys right now. I really don't buy cosmetics for the most part in games. It takes something really snazzy to get me motivated to shell out $10 or $12 or $15 for an item. Even with the store discounts, I just don't really see the desire to buy a coating, especially since it won't even work on more than just like that one armor core that it's tied to. Paying for the same color wave just so you can apply it to different armor cores and weapons feels super backwards, and honestly like an awkward, poorly implemented free-to-play monetization system that accentuates all the worst elements of free-to-play. Like, we're Halo players. We used to just pick our color, not be assigned a few free colors, and if you want more, you can buy them. So I really hope for Infinite's sake that some of the player friction points are addressed quickly, because seeing the Steam numbers drop, it's kind of disappointing as a longtime fan. But my friends, thank goodness that the base gameplay is fun. I'm really happy that they nailed that so well. The sandbox, the audio, the movement, and more just all feel like a nice middle ground of legacy and new. I know not everybody's happy with it, but I do think that the gameplay at the base of this game is quite solid. Maybe a few balance and tuning patches, perhaps some new mechanics implemented down the road, or shifts to the existing mechanics. And you have a recipe for a game that I'm stoked to play for the long term, and if modes like Attrition are what we're gonna get, cool. Give this thing a handful of time and I really see it being a beefy, very fun thing. It's just hard with how bare bones it is right now. It's not in a finished, polished state. And it sounds like we'll be waiting until mid-February before anything substantial is improved. I could be wrong, and that would be awesome, but in the meantime, it might be worth going to play some Master Chief Collection, and I thought about this today. It reached kind of its peak right as Infinite Stealth launched, and there's still so much fun to be had in MCC, like a lot of the 20th anniversary cosmetics and stuff people don't even know about. If you guys would like to see some Master Chief Collection content on the channel here, checking the game out in 2022, just let me know in the comments. And also thanks for making it this deep in the video. I appreciate you all a ton and the massive support and love that you've shown for the channel. It's been insane, so thanks. Let me know how you like the Cyber Showdown event in the comments below, and check out the tip video on screen if you haven't already. Hope you have a great day, good start to the weekend, and I will talk to you again very soon.